Namaste, future civil servants. Welcome to our comprehensive daily current affairs session designed to keep you updated and prepared for the UPSC exams. Today, April 29, 2026, we have a diverse range of topics to cover, from international diplomacy to domestic politics and education. We'll discuss Anant Ambani's initiative to relocate Escobar's hippos to India, the ongoing West Bengal assembly polls, and the gift of a historic submarine bell by King Charles to Trump. Additionally, we'll touch upon the CG Board 10th and 12th results and the BJP's complaint against Mahua Moitra. These topics are not only relevant for current affairs but also have significant implications for subjects like international relations, polity, and environment. As you watch, take notes on key points and check the comment section for practice questions. Stay engaged and let's dive into today's session, which will be crucial for your upcoming exams. Anant Ambani, son of Mukesh Ambani, has urged the Colombian government to halt the culling of hippos introduced to the country by notorious drug kingpin Pablo Escobar. These hippos, which have been wreaking havoc on rivers in Colombia, were brought from Africa in the 1980s for Escobar's private zoo. After Escobar's death, the hippos made their way into the Magdalena River, where they have been attacking fishermen, prompting the Colombian government to consider culling them. The story of these hippos is a fascinating one, with significant implications for biodiversity and conservation efforts. The hippos, which now number around 80, have adapted to their new environment and are thriving in the Magdalena River. However, their presence has also led to concerns about the impact on native species and the ecosystem as a whole. This issue highlights the importance of responsible wildlife management and the need for careful consideration of the consequences of introducing non-native species to an environment. Anant Ambani's offer to bring the hippos to Bantara, a wildlife sanctuary, is a significant development in this story. The offer was made on April 28, 2026 and is seen as a potential solution to the problem. The Colombian government's decision to cull the hippos has been met with opposition from animal rights groups and conservationists who argue that the hippos should be relocated rather than killed. This issue has significant relevance for UPSC aspirants, particularly in the context of the environment and biodiversity syllabus, which is covered in the Prelims and Mains exams. From a UPSC perspective, this issue touches on several key topics, including conservation efforts, biodiversity, and the impact of human activities on the environment. Aspirants should be aware of the importance of responsible wildlife management and the need for careful consideration of the consequences of introducing non-native species to an environment. This issue could be relevant for prelims MCQs on topics such as biodiversity, conservation, and environmental impact assessment. For mains, aspirants could be asked to analyze the implications of introducing non-native species to an environment and the role of governments in regulating such activities. The government's role in regulating wildlife management and conservation efforts is crucial in this context. The Wildlife Protection Act 1972 and the Environment Protection Act 1986 are key legislation that govern conservation efforts in India. The government's policies and schemes, such as the National Wildlife Action Plan, also play a significant role in promoting conservation and sustainable development. Aspirants should be aware of these. In other news, the second phase of the West Bengal Assembly polls has witnessed clashes in various areas, with nearly 40% of the 3.21 crore electors casting their votes till 11 a.m. The polling has been marked by sporadic violence, with tensions reported between workers of the All India Trinamool Congress, Indian Secular Front, and Bharatiya Janata Party. This phase is crucial as it covers the traditional strongholds of the Trinamool Congress in South Bengal and Kolkata. The significance of this election lies in the fact that it is being seen as a litmus test for the Trinamool Congress, with 142 seats spread across 7 districts: North 24 Parganas, South 24 Parganas, Nadia, Howrah, Kolkata, Hooghly, and Purba Bardhaman, going to polls. The key candidates in this phase include Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee and Bharatiya Janata Party leader Subhendu Adhikari, both contesting from the Bhawanipur seat. Other notable candidates include ministers of the Trinamool Congress such as Firhad Hakim, Arup Biswas, Shashi Panja, and Bratya Basu. For UPSC aspirants, this topic is relevant to the polity and governance paper, particularly in the context of state elections, political parties, and electoral processes. The concept of electoral democracy, as enshrined in the Constitution of India, particularly Article 324, which deals with the superintendent's direction and control of elections, is also relevant. Aspirants should note that this election is a significant event, with 3.21 crore electors exercising their franchise and 40% of them casting their votes till 11 a.m. The impact of this election on India is multifaceted, with various stakeholders having different perspectives. The outcome of the election will not only determine the fate of the Trinamool Congress, but also have implications for the Bharatiya Janata Party's expansion plans in the state. The Election Commission of India, a constitutional body, has been playing a crucial role in ensuring the smooth conduct of the polls. The Model Code of Conduct, which is enforced during the election period, is also an important aspect to consider.
The government's role in ensuring free and fair elections is critical, and the Election Commission has been taking various measures to prevent electoral malpractices. The Representation of the People Act 1951 is another important legislation that governs the electoral process. Aspirants should remember that the outcome of this election will have significant implications for the state's governance and development, and will be an important event to watch in the context of Indian politics. In the context of the UPSC. Now, let's turn our attention to, recently, a significant event took place in the United States, where King Charles III of the United Kingdom presented a historic submarine bell to President Donald Trump at a state dinner. This gift is a symbol of shared history and future ties between the two nations. The bell is from the Royal submarine named HMS Trump, which was launched from a UK shipyard in 1994 and played a crucial role in the Pacific War during World War II. The significance of this event lies in the long-standing diplomatic relationship between the United States and the United Kingdom. The two countries have a history of cooperation, particularly during World War II, where they fought together as allies. The gift of the submarine bell is a reminder of this shared history and a gesture of goodwill towards strengthening their bilateral ties. The 4-day state visit by King Charles III to the United States is a testament to the importance of this relationship. Key details of this event include the presentation of the historic bell, which hung on the conning tower of the HMS Trump. The submarine was launched in 1994 and served during the Battle of the Pacific in World War II. King Charles III stated that the bell is a symbol of shared history and future ties between the two nations. The event took place on April 28, 2026 at the White House, where President Donald Trump greeted King Charles III at the South Portico. For UPSC aspirants, this event is relevant to the international relations segment of the syllabus, particularly in the context of bilateral relationships and diplomatic gifts. In the prelims exam, questions may be asked about the details of the event, such as the name of the submarine, the year it was launched, and the significance of the gift. In the mains exam, aspirants may be required to analyze the implications of such diplomatic gestures on international relations and the role of symbolic gifts in strengthening bilateral ties. The impact of this event on India is minimal, but it highlights the importance of diplomatic relationships and symbolic gifts in international relations. From a multilateral perspective, such events demonstrate the significance of cooperation and friendship between nations. The United States and the United Kingdom have a long history of cooperation, and this event reinforces their commitment to strengthening their bilateral ties.
The government's role in such events is crucial, as diplomatic gifts and state visits are often used as... Next up, the Chhattisgarh Board of Secondary Education, or CGBSE, has announced the release of Class 10 and Class 12 board exam results on April 29, 2026 at 2:30 p.m. State Education Minister Gajendra Yadav is likely to declare the results, which can be accessed on the official websites cgbse.nic.in and results.cg.nic.in. This announcement is significant as it affects the academic future of thousands of students in Chhattisgarh. The CGBSE conducted the Class 10 exams from February 21 to April 13, 2026, and the Class 12 exams from February 20 to March 18, 2026. The exam timing for both classes was from 9 a.m. to 12:15 p.m., with an extra 15 minutes given at the start of the exam for reading the question paper. To check the results, students can follow a step-by-step guide. Visit the official website, click on the result link, enter their roll number, and download the result. This news is relevant to the UPSC syllabus, particularly in the context of education policy and governance. In the General Studies Paper 2, or GS2, of the UPSC Mains exam, questions related to education policy, governance, and administration are often asked. The Right to Education Act 2009 and the National Education Policy 2020 are key topics that aspirants should be familiar with. For prelims, aspirants should note the key dates, such as the exam schedule and result declaration, as well as the names of important individuals, such as State Education Minister Gajendra Yadav. The release of board exam results has significant implications for students, schools, and the state education system as a whole. It reflects the quality of education and the effectiveness of the education system in Chhattisgarh. The results can also impact the future academic and career prospects of students, making it a critical aspect of their lives. From a policy perspective, the government's initiatives to improve education outcomes, such as the Samagra Shiksha Abhiyan and the Rashtriya Madhyamik Shiksha Abhiyan, are crucial in shaping the education landscape in India. The government plays a vital role in ensuring that education is accessible, equitable, and of high quality.
The Constitution of India, under Article 21A, guarantees the right to education for all children between the ages of 6 and 14. The government's policies and schemes, such as the midday meal scheme and the Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan, aim to promote education and reduce dropout rates. Aspirants should be aware of these initiatives and their impact on education outcomes. Moving forward, aspirants should. Shifting gears to, the Bharatiya Janata Party, or BJP, has lodged a formal complaint with the Election Commission of India, or ECI, against Trinamool Congress, or TMC, Member of Parliament Mahua Moitra, alleging open intimidation of a police observer posted in West Bengal.
This incident has brought to the forefront the importance of maintaining the integrity of the electoral process in India. The complaint stems from a video message addressed to Batula Gandhadhar, a 2011 batch Indian Police Service or IPS officer of the Odisha cadre who is currently serving as a police observer in West Bengal. The BJP claims that Moitra's statements in the video, as well as her posts on social media platforms X and Facebook on April 27 and 28, amount to open threats and are highly objectionable in the context of an ongoing election. The alleged conduct relates to several assembly constituencies including Chhapra, Krishnanagar Uttar, Navadweep, Krishnanagar Dakshin and Krishnaganj, where Gandhadhar has been deployed as an observer. Key details of this incident include the specific allegations made by the BJP, which claims that Moitra's remarks were not isolated or inadvertent, but rather a deliberate attempt to obstruct poll officials' work, threaten law enforcement officers, and undermine the ECI's authority. The TMC had earlier criticized Ajay Pal Sharma, a Uttar Pradesh IPS officer posted as a police observer for the Bengal polls, alleging that he had a corrupt and criminal track record. This incident is relevant to the UPSC syllabus, particularly in the context of polity and governance, as it highlights the importance of maintaining the integrity of the electoral process. Aspirants should note that Article 324 of the Constitution grants the ECI the power to supervise and direct the conduct of elections. For prelims, aspirants should remember the specific details of this incident, including the names of the individuals involved and the allegations made. For mains, aspirants can analyze the impact of such incidents on the electoral process and the role of the ECI in maintaining its integrity. The incident has significant implications for India's democratic process as it raises questions about the independence and impartiality of election observers. Different stakeholders, including political parties, election officials and citizens, may have varying perspectives on this issue. While some may view Moitra's actions as a legitimate form of criticism, others may see them as an attempt to intimidate and undermine the authority of election officials. The government's role in this incident is crucial as it is responsible for ensuring. Also making headlines today, the National Council of Joint Consultative Machinery, or NC-JCM, has recently met with the 8th Central Pay Commission, or 8th CPC, to discuss various demands of central government employees. The key demand made by the NC-JCM is the revival of the old pension scheme, which was replaced by the National Pension System, or NPS, in 2004. This meeting is significant as it highlights the long-standing concerns of government employees regarding their pension benefits.
The old pension scheme was replaced by the NPS as part of the government's efforts to reduce its pension liability. However, the NPS has been criticized for not providing adequate retirement benefits to employees. The NC-JCM has been consistently demanding the revival of the old pension scheme, citing its benefits, including a guaranteed pension and better post-retirement benefits. The demand for the revival of the old pension scheme is also significant in the context of the ongoing debate on pension reforms in India. The NC-JCM has requested the 8th CPC to extend the deadline for submitting memoranda to May 31, 2026. The Commission has been asked to visit industries like railways and defense to assess the working conditions of employees. The NC-JCM has also proposed separate meeting times for various employee bodies to ensure that their concerns are heard. The 8th CPC is expected to submit its report by October 2026, which will have significant implications for the salaries and benefits of central government employees. This news is relevant for UPSC aspirants, particularly for Paper 2 of the Civil Services Mains examination, which covers topics related to polity, governance, and social justice. The demand for the revival of the old pension scheme is also connected to the broader debate on pension reforms and social security in India, which is a key aspect of the UPSC syllabus. Aspirants should note that the 8th CPC's recommendations will have significant implications for the government's finances and its ability to attract and retain talent in the public sector. The government's role in addressing the concerns of central government employees is crucial, as it will have to balance the demands of employees with the need to manage its finances. The government has established the 8th CPC to review the salaries and benefits of central government employees, which is a constitutional provision under Article 309 of the Indian Constitution. The Commission's recommendations will be based on the principles of social justice and equity, which are enshrined in the Constitution. As the 8th CPC, in today's session we covered 6 key stories, including Anant Ambani's offer to relocate Escobar's hippos, the West Bengal assembly polls, and the Tachhaskar board exam results. To recap, we discussed the intersection of conservation and diplomacy, the importance of election integrity, and the significance of educational outcomes. For your exams, remember the role of diplomacy in conservation efforts, the Election Commission's powers, and the impact of elections on state governance. Don't forget to download the PDF notes available in the description and practice related previous year questions. As you continue your preparation journey, stay focused and motivated. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe for daily updates. We wish you all the best in your UPSC preparation and look forward to guiding you through the latest current affairs.
Keep learning and stay ahead.